What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have the 7-star rank 3 Sabertooth. So before we get into the gameplay, let's see what actually changed. So now he is basically immune to limber, so stun debuffs on the opponent cannot have their duration reduced, which is quite nice. Then the most important thing is that he starts with 5 passive furies in battlegrounds fight, which is really good. The duration is also increased from 5 to 6 seconds, just a little bit of a change. And then the other thing that's pretty big here is that once Sabertooth has converted his maximum possible furies per fight, which is 5, his combo-based furies gain 200% duration and 50% potency. So you can stack them, you can get like 2 and get some really decent damage, as you will see. Then his special attacks have a 60 to 80% chance now to bleed the opponent. And then the other thing is that your special one can convert multiple furies actually, because the first hit converts and then this last hit converts as well. Special 2 also has a bit of a regen, which is based off missing health. So if you lose a bit of HP, you're going to be able to heal that back up. And then the expanded signature ability regen trigger from when struck to when struck or when blocking a critical hit. So here I was doing this fight with Sabertooth on my live stream yesterday. So this is going to be basically a rank 5 defender would be, like he has a lot of HP, 646,000. And this is why I'm showcasing this, because this is the only way you can start with some passive furies that it will be realistic for battlegrounds basically. And this is going to be a 7-star rank 3 Sabertooth. And we're going to start with like 6 furies. It's not quite 5, but it's because it's like super random. I couldn't really get it 100%. So let's just see if he's good, if he's fast for this Sabertooth, for this Killmonger. Because for Killmonger, you actually get those armor breaks, which is really good. Every 10 hits, you place the armor break. So pretty much, if you stay aggressive, you're not going to see a reverb happening. So now we can convert those furies with our special one. As you can see, we converted 2 there with our second special one. So again, 9 now. We can still convert 2 of them. And as you can see, the Killmonger is kind of dropping pretty fast. Even though he has like 650,000 HP, he's going down pretty fast. So Sabertooth is going to hit pretty decently hard in battlegrounds for sure, because he's going to start with those 5 furies and he'll be able to get like 10 basically in that same fight. And yeah, we just went for the special one rotation. And as you will see here, this guy is going to drop fairly quickly, and there's a lot of rank disadvantage. As you will see, 55 seconds with basically a 7-star rank 3 against a 7-star rank 5. Now, I wanted to try this one more time, but this time we're going to go for the special 3 rotation, because the special 3 rotation, it gives you a big fury, a much bigger fury than the one from a combo based, and it lasts for 2 seconds. However, if you can't convert that fury, it's pretty massive, because you get a lot of attack for the whole duration of the fight and for the next fights as well. But yeah, he honestly hits really hard with the special 3 fury, but it's really tricky to actually, you know, convert it. What I'm gonna do here is basically try to have him stunned, and then I will try to like dash back and convert it that way. So I think this is actually gonna be perfect scenario here, because I stunned him. And also you can do that in BGs because limber isn't here and Sabertooth now, so I don't skip the special 3 animation, so you can see the actual time. So we're gonna do a 2 quick dash back, and as you can see, boom, just barely we're able to convert those 2 furies. So one of them is the big one, so we're gonna be hitting really hard now, because this fury is like almost 2 times the other one. We do take some reverb there though, because yeah, we didn't have the armor break unfortunately. But I was trying to take a look at Sabertooth special 3, see if it's actually worth it, because you can kind of, you know, get away with it converting the fury when the opponent is stunned. But it honestly did not seem like the way to go. Even though your fury is bigger, you might be hitting a little hard. It is taking a lot more time because of the special 3 animation taking too long. So we go from 55 seconds that first rotation into, let's see, I think it's gonna be over a minute, to be honest. So from 55 to a minute and 22. So as you can see, the special 3 is totally not worth it. This was the exact same fight, no synergies, no boost. We started with 6 of those starting furies, the combo furies. So clearly Sabertooth, you want to be spamming those special ones. If you need HP, you go for the special 2, but definitely don't want to go for special 3. I wanted to test him out in one more match here. So this is Nick Fury. This is going to be a really long fight, unfortunately, because yeah, I mean, Nick Fury is just super tanky. But this is basically Sabertooth in his actual first fight in Quest. So we are fighting a 7-star rank 4 Nick Fury with a 7-star rank 3 Sabertooth. And by the way, he's gonna be a lot stronger than this. in BGs because he actually starts with 0 furies now, but in BGs he will start with 5. And I just want to show you, like, you know, this guy's damage is there. It definitely is there. It's just, you know, I don't think he takes a lot of fights. I don't think he's gonna be good for BGs. Like, maybe when you're starting off, like, he's got some decent damage, but I feel like Celestial players or maybe Mysterium are not gonna be using this guy because he just doesn't take fights. I was looking at the defenders in the skill class. I could only think of Killmonger be like a decent defender for him, or Sabertooth would be a good attacker for Killmonger, but he can't really do core, he can't really do Atuma, can't really do Yelena. He's not fast for Nick Fury, that's for sure. I just did want to show you this fight because, as you can see here, after we converted those 5 Furies, we get 2 right there. You can stack the other ones because those ones now have 200% duration and more potency. So you're hitting pretty hard right now. If we get a crit here as well, yeah, 74,000. See, like, it's not terrible, even for his first fight. And we took a Nick Fury in 1 minute and 14 seconds, which honestly, dude, is not terrible. This was a 74-second fight, and that was a Sabertooth in BGs, or that was Sabertooth with 0 charges. In BGs, he would have 5 more Furies. So basically, we start around like this power level. So I'm sure he can take a Nick Fury in probably like 60 seconds, maybe a little bit less as well if you get lucky with the crits. So damage-wise, he does have some decent damage for sure, especially against those skilled champions because you get that extra armor break. But it's just, I don't think he can take those difficult defenders to say. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a place there, except if you really, really love him. However, though, I'm showcasing this gameplay without even the dupe. The dupe is pretty much only defensive, you know, ability. Is, you know, that regen. They get a little bit more potency and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want him duped, that's just gonna help you on defense, or if you get hit. So I guess he could be an annoying dual threat if there's like a meta that, you know, regen is like big, like I guess the previous one with like the protection and that regen. But yeah, he could be a defender, that's for sure. If you don't have a heal block champion, he could be a defender. But yeah, this is basically the second big Nick Fury. Didn't get the crit there, but still 33,000. Those bleeds are taking for pretty well, you know, a lot of damage as well. Now he's below 30%. I think I'm gonna go in here, yeah, because we get the relic ready, and then we get one of those big Furies, and that's gonna do it. So that fight might have been a little longer. That's what's a big Fury. Yeah, I made it in 23 seconds. So yeah, damage-wise, man, this guy's not bad. Definitely not anti-venom. I know that for sure. But he definitely not terrible. Definitely not terrible. And then that was the last match that I thought, you know, is good for, because he's basically immune to cold snap. So I guess he's a counter to Iceman, but there's no upper breaks here. There's no bleeds. So this fight is just gonna be a little bit boring. Honestly, I'm just skip through most of it until we ramp up and start getting those other Furies, which are more potent and have more duration. We can like stack them. So yeah, I think we're gonna go for the special 2 here after the second Fury, and we're gonna break his ice armor, go for the Gambit relics. We might get some crits here. There's 1, there's 2, and we didn't get the big one, of course. But you can finish up Iceman very healthy because you're fully immune to that cold snap. Let's see how fast he did that. So this was a 72-second fight. Yeah, basically around as the Nick Fury fight, because you just don't have the bleeds or the armor breaks. Now we're starting with 8 Furies there. That was actually pretty lucky. You're gonna see some really good numbers here. Let me just skip through a little bit of this. So basically every single fight with Sabertooth, you just want to convert those 5 Furies and get as quickly as possible to the more potent ones. That's just how it is. That's why it's always taking so long, because until you get the big ones, you just don't deal a lot of damage. That's a pretty good special one though. We get that those nice crits. And I think if we convert to 1 more, then we start getting those big Furies. But to be honest, the fight might be done by then. And there's 1 big Fury. Can try to bait that special 2. Maybe we don't even have to. Yeah, I guess not. And that was Sabertooth against Iceman in just 59 seconds. Definitely a lot quicker because we started with those big Furies. So my opinion on Sabertooth is that the good thing is that he doesn't need the dupe offensively. It's just pure defensive. So if you pull him once, at least he can do some damage. It's just he doesn't do much fights. Like there's not many variety of fights that he can take. It's just maybe some very basic skill defenders that he can take like super fast, like I guess Nick Fury is one of them. But yeah, man, it's kind of disappointing that you always have to go for 5 conversions and then you actually see some big numbers because those furies are just super potent. I would change, literally, if you can convert 3 furies per fight and then you start getting those big furies. And that actually, you know, I feel like that would make him pretty quick as well, because you just need to get to 30 combo. You need 2 special ones to convert those 3 furies if you time it well. And then you start getting those big furies. And then he's going to hit like a truck really quickly. And yeah, I think that would have been a pretty good fix. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about Sabertooth. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.